mental ability to practice and so on.
아니다 루이긴 대상들라 아니 상계 넘버 난자기 최뒤놈 예 저두스 잘거래 딘데데
So over here, body posture, just like the way of talking about that 8 quality or 7 qualities of Vairocana, the Buddha Vairocana, how he sits on during the time of practice of meditations.
그런 저 만체야 하고 거래 되고 지메즈메즈잖아 팔진 린도 가버렸어.
So I think most of you already know about that one. So right now we are just giving you the name of the reciting the name.
gumi traba udaji serde wadu sungore kamba doji kilruncheya ani kamba lapa ya nambi tumo mo imbe chagore ste duschena ani mate ta duschete tewe otata la lapa nyamja che kwaya ta namba tumo mo imbe ta jinano gomsige namba kyang mare jinang tumo gomre ta gemru de zim ani ngenjungda 양다벨 타와당 gemrodan 텐디지나 아빠 냠자 제베이나 소소에네 냠렌데 아니베 탑시 중도 주야 탑시 중들 용야 텐디기 개발해요레스 대저 내가요레스 대마도 지셈 구양소리 잔데 거래 남베 투모마 임바제도 갈라 따도 냠자 알테고 따따들 제거데 깨침버레스.
So just like we are talking, just like the feet, the foot, how we put the feet. Just like in the way of, so it's like full lotus posture or half, whatever you put on your way of, which is more easy for you is okay. For normally we sit normally halfway of lotus posture. So for the hand, just like we have to put like this, just below the navels. The center of the over here stomach navels, so you have to put it represents the true practice of how to say cultivation of merits and wisdoms, methods, and talking about them. It's showing the conjoints of methods and the wisdoms. So also the concentration meditations, the samadhi is not only talking in Buddhism, but also is talking in non-Buddhisms and so on. So if you want to make its unique Tibetan, its unique Buddhism traditions, so we have to think about the Bodhisattva, Bodhicittas and emptiness and so on. Then it becomes totally unique. Putting your hands under with the conjoints, the symbol of conjoint of methods and wisdom, is also one of the unique of Buddhism. So if you want to stay normally, you can no need to. If you just like meditation normally in non-Buddhism, you don't need to do like this posture. You can stay normally like whatever.
다 딘디 니가라 단다디 남남게 취딘데 에이 내 전부 차요 레스로와 리긴 대상지 레데 대상세 내 전부래 상하도지 대백거나 냠는지들아 루인 대상 따가란데 그거는 설명도 밖에 고고하래 딘디가라 내 전부 차요 레스 아니 깨빠데 독 수준에 아빠는 장보지 고고하래 강발 아빠 깨봤음.
So over here the way of the posture, body posture, the Vairocana, the Buddha Vairocana, how he on the meditation. So this is very important. And also in if you talked about the tantric practitioner, it's also very important during the time of the tantric practitioner. So the back side you have to take it very straight. You have to keep your body straight, and it's also important for practitioners. Just so the feet, hand, and the posture of the back.
Then gumi traba udaji labre, go mi traba, jasanse kachigore. Ani go dus jene di tota dus nen so chichen dus jene nen so jende de dus jende gore.
So right now go the head and eyes and the shoulder, talking about these three. So just like the head should be put little bit down.
아니 도스체인데 아니 탁바데 다 거기 손로나지 도스체네 룽규야당 다 텐딜란 펜도 여르세 숭도아 도스체네 거기 손로나지 배작하시네 텐디 숭고아래 도스 요거 내당네 군대기 말하고 내당거랑 배 중도 가면 될 거 같아 인도가라 거기 손로나지 세 봉바데 도스자고 그래서 그래 중부쟁에
So the shoulder should be put active. So like you don't need to be straight like dolls, but you have to give it active. So sometimes in some texts they also describe about it helps to follow the winds from here and so on. It will give you strength for practice and so on. So you should keep your body straight and stand, not like dolls. You have to keep your backside, spinal cords. So it's like for the spinal it should be like straight, just like when coins of golden coin, if you pile up thousands, then it should be you have to pile up straight, right? You cannot pile up bend, so you have to keep it straight. And also shoulder should be not like this straight, properly line on horizontal line properly.
주소에는 주도 줌바 많이 봐. 소도다 담바 많이 봐. 근데 림버 자고를 레보 전도 쓰네.
And also talking about the mouth and the teeth, you should have to keep not too close. Just like you keep a normal, normally you don't close your mouth, right? You never close your teeth, so you have to keep your teeth and mouth normally.
elcheze kenle jargo kol kenam tasulaitus jariade kechimbares.
So the teeth you should touch on the palate, upper palate of the mouth.
Te karena kobani ore.
Palate. Yeah, tongue. Sorry.
Ti karjana kobani ores. Gom magia ganla ni yang jingwam ni ki tendigil jawanto sone ni chumizayada. Ani gomda ringbo chasona ani be susu chuzo sumji gomde gan dagina ani kami komiyada te nalako chudo koragen dagi yanza ati pentoyare laga.
So when your tongue touch on the upper palate, it's to mean when you are beginning of the meditation concentrations. So when you feel just like laxity and dulls, you feel sleepy, then you will split out. So it's have to not to come out your split out. So secondly, when you have you can meditate for a long time, then on that time you will never feel thirsty.
Any me naze layer pecha koranala me de ne tsumgyu yo mare pete ka dangyu yo mare di mizumiya tegi karche gore gopasil gore dang madan degi any chingwasil gore kanji chingo mi rimbar jade pe naze pamne ne pe tsumma maimba dangwa maimba chede chingo chege tendel yeze sungore ke chembori.
So the eyes, your eyes should be in a text. This says your eye should be focused on the peak of your nose. So it's also have you are not allowed to wide open your eyes, and you are not allowed to close your eyes. But you should keep your eyes open, and you should focus on the peak of your nose. It's also have some that if you close your if you open your eyes, it will make you excitement. So to remove excitement, you have to make it a little bit close, but not totally close. So because it will, if you put your eyes totally closed, it will bring you a laxity. So to remove the laxity, you have to keep your eyes open. So you should focus your eyes on the peak of your nose.
디 남바는 주din 시도 왔다 되기들이 이 문에 깨쳐 모래 간제 남바 상기비 미남 짱득을라 파게 디치디갈라 짱자 살디갈라 아니 소소깡파 라파파게 주르냐 툭지 두스치니 주린 롱고도 디긴 양에 미덴디 자디갈라 템베쿠 춘춘지 뱃게 템베쿠 다나베 투모마 임베제 용도갈라 템베쿠 춘춘 지고 차보 살보 이게 지고 제일 펜스 지고 제기 순대여서 숨도 어다 띵도갈라 가서 곰 땅보 쟁을라 지단이 게 뭐부여래 예방하신데 게리 지니긴 게리 이는 가서 곰 땅보 쟁은다 지와다 고반님 게 치쇼 차디여래 띵도갈라 이 지고 제야게 그뒤나 지고 제야 denshithaya de be misibe ke chambore.
So these are the 7 body postures of Vairocana. So this is one of the unique, and also in Buddhism. So also when you have focusing on the object of meditations, the object should be not very far away from you, but you have to just like length of your body, just near to the length of your body. Then you put a throne or whatever on focusing on the statue. Just like the statue should be small and heavy and bright. So it's also you to remove your laxity and excitement.
다 디강 like 취 개파 띠용디가라 다 갑갑랑 나란조 뉴몽 원도 규리야 남도 nem박 원도 규리야 띵 남도 나바 가야 돈달라 애니 룽참라 파파 세디체고 와레스.
So in some time, just like talking about the eight qualities of Vairocana, 8 body posture. So the 8 should be like sometimes we have manifesting or afflicted, and also bad thought and so on. So to remove that, just like we have to equalizing the breath, taking inhale and exhale of your breath.
어다티 룽참라 바바 스디갈라 소소 되차 온도규 양네 콩종 온도규 양네 제당 온도규나 다 그외초들레 계약이 탑코나요 말에 곰 계약이 탑시코나요 말에 섬지지보데 덴디기 남동안 밖에 온도갈라 따띠 남동안 바데 부야 돈달라 아니 저기 너구 여행이네 룽카나니 삼로다네 티 장가 잡어 다 장가데 라바기 장가 잡기요 말에 애니 탕아당 따진디페 calculator 단디 땡디기 균음 배점마단제 이 코라니페 즉 운중오제네 룽카나니 파톤송 삼바 수무마다 또스제네 애니 이 코라니 장가 윈 정아 니슈자지 간제데 장가데 참메인바 야치네 두스치네 간제 뇽몽데 잔자버도 아니 오두스치네 룽참나 파바데 삼당고 거레스 장가자고 거레스 장가제데가라 가란조 수시키에 셈데 코 최찌마도 남도 민다와 니라 주투고 마레 데디가라 간제 디왕게 소소 우데당 랑 루이덴 대화침보여 인자 대가라 셈 네투야라 디 게진체요레 세순고아레 딘디가라 어디 우디 딱 간치 디제네 아니 뉴몽 간디지나 티 만자다 아니 제니 곰잖아 아니 곰디 네 민부용 그래서 순고아라 어다티 간치 참산라 수소 남동 멤버 기디가라 어다 냠는 디치고 와레스.
So sometimes we have attachments arises, manifest attachments, anger and so on. So these are the obstacles for meditations properly, to concentrate your mind properly. So just like when you have this kind of mind or attachments and anger and so on, so you have to take about the breath. So breath over here, just like equalizing, just like there's a two-way, white and black, the breath symbolizing true nostril. From the true nostril, you have two kinds of breath. So it is white and black. So these are equalizing these two. So this breath, when you have just like attachments or anger or whatever, just what kind of affliction, kinds of affliction, whatever, just like, so when you have for make your mind calm, you have to breathe on the run. Just like for breathing, you have to count the breathing. So then its number should be like 7, 15, 21. It always should be odd number.
와도 두스레 다디 의 갱도 숭구여와 나만이 에 뉴몽신데 지단이 아주 미다마선에 렘바르차디요 렘다차고 남주 맹에데 뉴몽기 저기 셈데 미다마선에 남주 메게 오다디 남주 메게 미지라 다 운간 남장모 시부지 임바지 치로라 에니페 디 야제 에니페 덴치만이 메이나 덴치가 미니 냠돈 덴예요 말와 밀렘바데 군데 데디나 밀렘바데 부야 탑실라 파기나 밀렘바데 까레시 가보예 디디 미장부데 학원에 디네 텐두 zel라비나 코 렘바 인자 하르라디 안로그레스 드로다 에니티가나 수순 데바나 진체네 나란수 단다 룽참만 바베 미남 미바 짱지 애니 남도 부대당 애니 수수 곰털은 주투가지고 와레스 디시부지 nembuji sungudo odati kanji susu namje dene eni nyumon chodu dromitu ye ta sherab ki trot chene eni komdela dusunju guare se sungudo.
So the affliction is like a afflictions make you to you cannot awareness or analyze properly because of the afflictions. So it's like you have to remove all the afflictions. It's like example like giving in the winter time you have only one mattress to sit. So there's two people, right? So one is how to say he's not truly intelligent and so on. So if the person is already sit on the cushions or mattress, so now if you want to sit on the cushions, so you have to take him out, right? You have to take him out. So like you have to deceive him, just like if someone something is there, if he is too attached to someone, right? You have to deceive him. Is some presence or something is edible there, you like that one, so you have to deceive him, then you send him, then you can able to sit on the cushions. Like that you have to remove the afflictions, then probably you can sit your mind properly. So just like anger and whatever, first you have to remove through the breathing part, then you can when your mind is calm, able to become calm, then you can concentrate on the whatever you want to focus on the meditation of.
와도 두시래 다 깁지 장부치고 해야 돼 가르치니 깁지 장부치고 와래 말한소 미니베 상기 고만 두발라 직 문에 설웅 틸링 냠네 맞잖아 코투 투야 메겐 차들 레라보지라 제자 말한소 타르투나 로장이 룽데 자우메나 주바당 아니 준주 말로라 준주 고방 도구아레세 스고아레 디 로장게 룽데 trosoke tapejina trosoke sungore kanji ti ta rojandala thara mangbu yigire kanji ngaju nambi juni shebe rojang sade ji luinani tsalni ngeyo bar tendichita khabo yingire mi mangbu sungdo alama lama ngone tolden tenike sungdo a oda tendawe rojangide duschene geptila kenye ni 자 우마데 디버투여 라가레 로마데 짱마님 디버투여 라가레 간치 두스치니요레 디 인디가라 디인다바데 주부쿰데나 자디 니부 시부진나 티네 룽준투와 말에 자든 룽보용에 돈달라 배 겹지도 좀 룽부지야 가서이 겹진 룽인데 당연히 배 샹아 차다 티네 에 로장기 룽데 자 오면이 주야라 레라용 거래 와다 티기 아니 배 셰바 룽룬도야다 딘디게 펜도요 와다 티 내 전부여서 송도와 라마즈.
So for keep your back or the spinal cord strength properly straight. So it's also have a meaning. Just like when you want to practice in the tantric, right? Tantric over here, just like near the spinal cord or the nearby that, there's a 3 channels. Center energy channels and right and left, and one is called rasana and one is called lalana. In Sanskrit, in English, I don't know how to say. It's called Roma and Kyangma. So these 3 lines, just like when you put your posture properly straight, so it's more easy to bring the wind energy to inside your central channel. For the 2 side of the right channel, just like rasana and lalana, have to they bring the wind energy into the central channel. So when your body is properly straight, right, it's more easy to bring the wind energy into the central channel.
어떤데그 고바요. 배 겸고름 저기 퉁을 겸 봤던데 이 하정 상부 연맹에게 아니 감바도지 기루 젠데기나 자데도 순루 있나 옴데 살레당 미바 살레당 야 장용도 아니 장피지고 나서 장아 조금 약간 돼야 돼. 뒤지데 자데양 대점시 고 튕기메인자 옴된 대점시 미바 살부 용미도스데 겸고름 뭐지 퉁을 겸 봤던데 옴 야부 연맹인데 냠용 순구였어도 군대니 양도 순저가로 참참 순용도 와. 왔다 되게 그 오늘 원바보 랑기 냠용 돈 순인자 그래서 예전에 순간다 튕겨라 빼 미스베 야버리스.
So before this one short, just like when the channel 3 channel, right, the center and the right and left channel, rasana and lalana. So the center channel is near to the eye, between the eyebrow, and the rasana and lalana is nearby here. So these are the channels. So just like when you, for the posture, just like sitting, just like lotus, full lotus posture, how you sit. When you one of the practitioner experience they are talking about, just like when he sit properly, like lotus posture, full lotus posture, it's more help to bring the meditation experience become more clear. So just like when you normally sit on the chairs and like that, it is not that much bring your strength to meditate and so on. It's normally just like one of the His Holiness, some knowing someone, someone told to His Holiness about that one, and His Holiness always in the public, they always talk about that one for the practitioner. They are asking about that.
And then they get so 중세 토인 바지 눈 중세 마인 바지 덴지 고가레스.
And the cushions or the mattress should be backside a little bit upper and front side is a little lower.
갭 중세 토이나 갭지도 중부용에라 펜도용.
So because of backside is a little bit higher, then it helps you to make your body strength.
어다 덴데기 양 세마 덴디 용중 최고르지야 예고르지야 존데지 어다 디조양 미치비 용중서데 아니 소시 파기 용중에 고르데 사가르지 덴디 티제 되는 얼티바이나 양 덴델 주인이 어다 옴직 템포용에라 펜도여서 순균을 열어야지.
So just like some through the experience, they also talk about just like if you write a Yungdrung, signs of Yungdrung, just like it's how to say, I don't know the name, just like sign of Do you know Nazi sign? Nazi. Like that one. These signs, if you write below your mattress, it will have you to bring more strength of meditation and so on.
남도 제상 또수 팀부지 팬도 왔던데 롱찬은 봐봐 생긴디기 오다 되기디 곰기 땅부 튕겨서 시작을 거래스.
So the postures of body postures and also the breathing and so on have to eliminate some little levels of high, just like grosser levels of thought and so on. Just like especially like breathings, it have to remove your anger, attachments and so on.
아니 가서디 참상로 곰게디가라 미주노 곰게 생긴 랭이 용도 왔어. 그래서 따지고 남비 중도 팀 배곰지다 땡땡 저기요 말했어. 와미 줌나 지와레기 어리 아니 곰지다 지와레나 곰라 차야 코나요 말.
So
아니 미자나 고발레기 어리 대 고발 연대긴 곰지 영야 코나요 말. 지금 째배서니 샘지 아니 배
And so normally some people just like they say they close their eyes tight and they say they are meditation and meditating and so on. So if you talk about in Buddhism, just like in that you go through the text, they describe how to meditate. So then this is not way to meditate. Just like in you are, if you close your eyes properly, then it will bring you laxity or dullness. And if you open your eyes totally, then it will bring you excitement or agitations and so on. So just like this kind of thing to remove laxity, excitement and so on. In talking about how to put your eyes properly on tip of your nose and so on.
남남게 취준데 다 생기 오파메 주탄다 배 미세원 잡고 차더래 거기나는 요레스와 구춘춘지어래 되는 오파메데 배 주탄데 다 남남게 취준데 배 집지경래 어떻더니 내 돈을 빼야 버렸어 누가 보이는
누구 당못
드신데
아미타보
Amitayo.
No, Amitayo. No, Amitayo Mare. No, yeah. Just like the seven body postures. Over here, you can see in near to the statue there's 5 small statue, right? They are called the 5 families of Buddha. So on the you can see the first one. It is called Obame. I forget the name. Amitayu or something like Ami something. I forget. I will remember. Amitabha.
Oh, Obame. Sebame.
Amitayu Lenas. Yes. Just wait.
Amitayo.
Sorry.
Good economic package. Catch a counter.
Amitabha. Yeah, right. Amitabha. The first one, you can see that the first one, Amitabha, from the left side of just near to the Torma, there's a first statue. This is called Amitabha. So it's you can see this is the posture. We're talking about this Vairocana, 7 body postures of Vairocana and so on. So this is the posture should be like that. The first one from my side.
Other do stress. Any gom there, any bear, gomta remove my batambo, gomta tung de la any bear, chick in the mason malagoni, yankur yan to jute wetchine, do share the kitchen boys.
So during the meditation, just like when you meditate, right? from the beginning you are not you cannot do the meditation for a long time, so you have to make it short period, short time meditations. So when you meditate for a long time, then you will lose your interest to meditate and so on. So to keep your interest properly, you have to meditate short time.
가르잖아. 아주 루기 냉엘린 디방 아주 예예래. 루기 냉엘린 디바스인데 가르잖아. 아주 가와치 용도가라. 예반 나용에 강반 나용에 엽치 나용에 지 만다시고도 어때 루기 냉엘린 디베 원게 용와래. 제상 곰비 마템 당분이 곰비 메디가라 램삼 낮춰줘야래. 아니 나나 강할 테기로 와. 대우 깽게 맞죠. 오음들라 미주 중임만 더 용거래. 이양이양도 제바이나 근데 나사데 말레드가라 애니 배 중인도 애니 가로지니 애니 곰배왕게 애니 그 윤링도 대들이 애니 류라 곰디레 애니 도스네 줄레라요래. 와다티 군다는 뭐지다 군견자나 제발라서 뭐 고난주 가르수요래. 매첨부 시다나 매들레 애니 배 유싱라서 봐 자상세 애니 메디기 쪼때 소소 두야 때 뇽에 요마와 메슈 제사나나 갈레어와 텔레메 베 춘춘지 단 텔라 애니 베 신nem베겐 이양니양도 메 쪼때 열 마주이나 애니 베 실르니모 지간라 애니 베 윤ring보 네투야 용 그래서 어다 때손지 지니 주고 오래 시도가라 오니 지 오범 야기나 수수 인다 마소나티 라 마주르체네 니 메 더바데 카투이나 텔라니 페 준데 로지 예베토니 어 윤싱과데 어떻게 같이 거리스
so normally we have just like so we have kind of body obstacles. So from the beginning we have just like if you stand for long, then you become dull and you cannot properly meditate or so on. These are the obstacles from the body side. So body become not active and so on. So like that, just like from the beginning, you have to meditate for short time. So it's like just like in Gungdang Rinpoche says that like when you put the fire, right? If you put all the woods together, and you cannot enjoy the heat of the fire. Just like in the winter, if you want to make a fire to give you stand of heat, just like if you put all the wood together to make you heat, but on that time you cannot enjoy even a single because it's too hot. Then you have to go away from there. So that just like that, if you keep your keep practice continuations. Just like you need to keep like making fire small by small. If you put a small amount of wood five woods, then it will continues for long and you can also enjoy. So just like that, if you should practice by short time period.
대마다 디바 용도 가다 미 가지 당포배 지연데 15지 땅일 천도 가보지 에네 가로지니 단체 메는 롤 다와체디 미기 통해 메겐 차로에 되니 미망벌레기도 왔다 때도 가르잖아 님 가르쳐 걸다 당포 서로하지 간라 유디 간라 15징인데 님바데 윤싱 마투비 강할 때레스 님바 윤싱 와데 개침보레스.
So just like normally over here, just like some people also come, right? From the beginning they come to class, but they never last for long. They cannot continue forever. It's like they lose their interest and so on. So from the beginning they have kind of feeling, so like some sad feeling or whatever they have feeling to learn and so on. But laterally they don't have aspirations. They lose their wishing to study and interest on that one. So, but for us, we need to keep the interest forever. So that means you have to keep your interest forever. To keep like that, you have to study, meditate. Whatever you meditate, you have to meet short periods and so on.
자자 듄비 균싱 마투이나 애니 말한저 샘기 지대생인데 레라버지 뚜투야 메겨 말이지. 지수강가다 나 곰다 지수강가 샘기 지대투야. 샘
So-
템부제야기 같이 시겨래지.
So through the aspirations, your willingness or aspirations to study the Buddhism or whatever, if you cannot continue this one aspiration forever, just like then you cannot bring your peace towards your mind. So just like we need to keep your aspirations or willing to study forever.
어다 지단이 지대투야 미텔라 지네투야 미텔라 리우당 아니베 이게 아당 옴당 따뜻이 가리시나 가리나 디고래 랑가야기 디나 낭베 투모만 임바데 덤베 구고래 스데 람림 남돌라 찬다 람림 때네 마페나 토용구도시 딘디 디나 가르스나 사기 제텐데 용고래 랑기 덤발레 때바 여인상 덤베 구고나 딜라 파인지에 용고래 파인티 똑기 소소 초다 소놈 사야라 아니베 딩인진 설루용이라 펜도요리 때 수도
for the object of just like concentrations or the serenity, whatever we say, for the objects of mental concentrations, for the shine or samadhi. So just like any kind of object we can just use. Just like sometimes we can use a small particles, or sometimes we can use a om, or sometimes whatever you wish, whatever you have more attachments towards. If you have more attachment or more like, then it will bring you more interest attached toward the object. So, but the unique of the Buddhism is just like used in a text that describe about this statue of Buddha. So just like it's remembering the qualities of Buddhas and so on. It will bring you more. It will bring you more, accumulate more merits and so on, and also it will more clear your concentrations.
아니 파봉게 되는 순도 같이 구에는 눈을 두스지거레스 티체바이나티 왕 옴신데 왕비길라 마레스 옴지체 이길레스 틴디갈라 이나 살 때문에 아니 베두스치네 에 이라 콤발레야게 탑시레 틴디갈라 조조 왕비길라 마임바체도 치네니 베 이토니 아니 구살 때갈라니 베 셈까지 네투투지 두스치네 탑시제 거레스.
So in the text, Pagonga, the liberation of liberations on palm of your hands, describe of some people. They use the statue. They bring a statue and put in front of the in front of you and meditate. So come over here. It doesn't mean like that. If you make means making familiar with your mental, so your mind. So just like you have to, the object of meditations or the object of meditation concentration should be created by your mental, not by object. You bring objects and you focus on that one. It's not like that. You have to imagine from your mind, so it will for making familiar with your mind and so on.
Then on the sem never tuyalata karakore. 미데 데갈라도 신고ම් 게데갈라 아니 진와타라니 오바타라니 따띵이 에 게징데 데레 진와달라 타라니 오바달라 타라니 숨무도
So for the mental steadiness, just like there's a when you create by your mental object of meditation, create by your mental, right? So it will bring you to mental steadiness, stand of mental toward the object more. So just like for the obstacle, they can talk about just like laxity and excitement. They have two divisions: subtle and gross laxity, and subtle and gross levels of excitement.
어떤 고파신데 타지 군더차가 차도리 타지도 미거래.
So excitement or agitation, mental excitement or agitation is necessary to be attachment.
어떤 두 신들라 타지도 미거와 차도도 와스.
So it's become it's non-virtuous. If it is excitement, it should be non-virtuous because of it should be attachment.
오다 단 더차 땡디기 애니 셈 답하게 미대가는 되네 셈 만에데 셈 치료를 줘야 돼. 같이 골배운 게 주고 와래. 뒤뒤다 양교 된식이 시진기 잘하지. 애니 템바가 양교 미대대가는 자고 와래.
So just like mental excitement or agitation bring you are focusing outside. So you cannot focus on the object. So it will bring your mental focusing attachments toward other things, not to the object. So just like on that time the introspections or mental alertness, you have to analyze what your mind is doing. So and with that the mental mindfulness, then you have to bring the mind against to the object, meditation objects and so on.
템바스인데 미대의 제주마다 트레시나 셈중겐질에 템바스 거래스.
Just like mindfulness, just like it's like it's like a mental faculty which tries your minds toward the mental meditation objects. So so just like mindfulness make your mind tries make it clear of your object, meditation object. So this is one kind of facility you need to be on the kind of mental concentration or yeah.
어떤 덴디기 고발레 용도가라 다 섬로 가르던 거래. 양 섬로다네 셈바 녀미야기 섬로당 고가래. 랑민다 바임바 그지 얘네베 치마 민데바 그지 인지 누구여와 덴디 섬로다나 셈도스 주미야기 펜도 용고가래. 와다 간지 셈 주미야기 로직 간디지나 셈바마 짜고 가래. 고발레 디고라 셈바마 짜 애님베 두스체네 텐시기 짐베고네 셈바 짜야게 탑시체 거래스.
So when you have excitement or agitation, just like you have to make your mind's slackness, you have to bring your minds down. So attachment bring you wider out. So if you make slackness, you're just like you have to concentrate thinking about the impermanence of death and so on, just like qualities of Buddhas, whatever. So you can think then your mind become less attachments than focusing on the object. So the mindfulness bring you to more focus.
디 직발에다 말도 되샤게 온도가라 강 차바게 율데 미장을 제술다고 오다. 오다 대소는지네. 대술다이나 셈마 중거와. 셈바마 냠르고와. 셈바마 냠이나 고 차바게 율들라. 니 차고 말해. 디 핀도야래.
So it's like when you have attachments toward any kind of object, if you think the object, what object you are getting, so if you think the unpleasantness of the object, then your mind calm down or slackness.
와다 두스레. 다 지원래 비가라 셈 하장 차르드니 미바 차르드니 미는 미사라 차르고 와래. 와다 때래 지와세 와다 지잖아. 미는 마살나 셈데 미티기 미는 마살이나 다 지와세 와래. 디디 셈 하장 줌도 와래. 디디 셈 쟁도 와래. 셈 미는 징도 와래. 셈야 심반 토르 당고
Uh, so when the laxity arises or comes, just like your mind become less clearness and unclear about the object and so on. So during that time, you have to bring your mind more clear and bring more awake. So you need to bring awake and more focus on the object.
오다 심 징토엘라 아니 가르펜도요래 말한주 달겐 주주상 밀리rum보치 세데이 주나 가즈지 에 케벤시 펜도요바 숭구도 이 밀리티토니 애는 생기 고방주에 셰거와 딘두가라 밀리 사치무이 마지 숭구도 오다 디게티 삼당 거래 아니 장주기 쌤기 파인트도 아마 한디시 숭구도 오다 진주 리우 땅보스로 진주기 아니 장주기 쌤기 파인트 삼로 따위나 뭐티 소남데 동승미 동주면 내제리나 카에요 말수디가라 쌤라 지금 아주 좋아지래도 오다 디게티 도스진에 삼당 거야 디제나 쌤 징도 거라 쌤라 아니 베 포팔렙 거라 좋아렙 거라
So just like when your mind become dull or excitement, so you have to awake your minds from there. So during that time, you have to think about the precious of your human lives. Then you have to think about through this life you can get enlightenment. You have to think about these qualities and so on. So you have to think about the qualities and so on. Just like you have to think about the cultivation of bodhicitta, and you have to think about what are the qualities of the bodhicitta. So if you have a kind of just like bodhicitta mind, just like it's a accumulate lots of merits and so on. You have to think about these qualities and so on. So through that one, then the mind will awake from the dullness and so on.
장주 semkikini kejiki koroi sorondro nyamtanam deshenem ge siji sobai jidin lamin chibi chaji gyur sedigala one 장주 ki semre muchi gyulikena majo pumbode zaji ki pumbore bezochi de zaji pumbu gyulen di isengna semre muchi gyulikena di zaji pumbode 장주 sebi kubung charu warwa lada mi chacho uskue kanji pami kural tubu pumbode ina semti dimbuche semti topki any 장주 세베 구분나 짜치모 진교로도 얌성 뭐 말해 되기디 모두 숙삼당나 펜도도 가세.
So it's like in Bodhisattva Avacharatara, it's talking about just like when normally our body is like contaminated body. So if we cultivate our bodhicitta or awakening minds, then our body becomes very precious, the offering by gods and human beings and so on. So it's just like, so it's very our bodies become very precious, kinds of precious and so on. So just like you have to cultivate, you have to think like that mind when you have dullness. So it will more awake from the dullness, agitation, laxity and so on.
디 준주 코라나라 다 전주 셈 파인 도르디 셰용도 갈라 베 타만 인크나 강라 셈기 담바 인젠디 겨와티 꿀라 찾아로 강라 너바전에 대들베 대윈 주니 꿀라 캡수체 세야데 전주 셈기 톱경 거와 땡문으로 와 강라 생기 담바 인첸디 겨와티 꿀라 차차로 세데테 공주 주주나진리 수이귤라 타나 베 미 카톡이 쳐버려요 말에 순례지 귤라 장주기 셈께서나 대 장주 세바 디 에니페 구fun데라 차차야게 와다 의스케버 주서 강라 생기 담바 인첸 겨와티 꿀라 차차로 강라 너바전에 데르베 데네베 장주기 셈리 무치디 에니페 귤을 덴바이나 젠지 너버치기나 아니 배 다둥 파게 팔라 너는 너베 만절라 너는 펜펜 jel라이지 되는 거 인디가라 장주기 샘징인데 원이 샘나 닌톱ting이 샘나 뽑아ting이 디 샘디 랑줄레 깨나 찌마롱 냠바지 덴덴께 차디거래 인디가라 원이 양니양도 왔다 뛰기대 삼다나 샘나 쪼낭 레기르마도 두낭 뚱땐 자와인 leg 말에 전주 양양도 로가 대나니 전주 갑당보다 로와야 돼 딘디지 갑라 딜로당 샘나 디기 만다지 디기데
So also in Buddhist way of life or Bodhisattva Avacharatara is talking about just like when whenever who cultivate the bodhicitta, then whether it's not depend on color or whatever, it's the object of procession. We have to obey or prostrate him. So so even just like the talking about just like when with the mind, one who cultivate the awakening mind, bodhicitta, then if someone harm him, right, for the bodhisattva, then on the repay he never harm other, he will help other. So this kind of things you have to think that this kind of qualities and so on. So through that what you think about the cultivations of emptiness, cultivations of bodhicitta and so on. So for that one, for more information, you can talk. You can recite the first chapter of Bodhisattva Avacharatara and so on.
Oda demaimba, oni riore sidugala, semjan samjikila riore sidugala, semjumgoemido, ngaranzo, lili wonki lebre, bezu machi wonki, kora camera mado, jumdende, kuiki ngamadana, ngaranzo, chibachikyane, nyomochiwa gildeimba, tamaro kabla, chibachikyane, chi, zundi wonki sangi bare, chi, lili wonki, kora camle lebre. Tiki kebare mado, yulchini gone, dembra mepa, nangla ranji mepa, any sang dima luburwa zerun yepa, in chugu ranchi su yendege, chipachade orwa. Wata tikiti samdana, chik ngone ngaranzo, semla tonang leya, wata pobaleya tigong gore. Kanchi chiwa le tigla, samu tikiti tang tuwe ina, den yergen rukure isi.
So just like also we have Buddha natures in all the sentient beings. Like we also have Buddha natures to get enlightenment. So just like so when you think about just like this kind of things, you don't need to discourage ourselves. Just like we have ability to get enlightenment and so on. So when you have just like feeling of laxity and so on, so we have to think about the quality. Just like we have ability to get enlightenment. We have in our nature we have our nature of how to say the Buddha nature in ourselves and so on. We have ability. Just like in nature we have dharmakayas and so on. In natural we have ability to gain this kind of so on. So when you have mind of laxity, so you have to think about these kinds of qualities, then you will awake from this laxity or mental dullness.
제가 진구 레디 간라 지 고발레나 셈바마 자야 아니 진와레디 셈징토야 셈라 뽑아테야 삼루테기 땅에데 내침버리지. So
just like when you have mental excitement, you have to come down your minds, and when you have just like when you have laxities, dullness, then you have to awake your mind from that one. So these are when you have meditation, you can have this kind of problem. So on that time you have to think about the qualities through that, then you can awake from the laxity and make your mind come down through excitement.
Mune 지와 신데 셈 하장 미는 미살다 지와 코랑기 바기 강라 로이나 jingwala ge mege sunga yore oda jingwa rapala mege wa yore lungma thing yore jingwala jingwa thamola ge wa yore oda dusre dindu indikala kanche jingwa sidikala kandisile jingwa sigore mite de ani phagi misalwa ta jingwa thara ni yobe nani jingwa thamu ina mite gala sem ne de yobache sem ge salcha yobache phagi mite de salcha yobache la salcha ngorshu mebe ina jingwa thamu rete oda te sungdoa keranzo lo tang ngedi kyazun ina dine yore keranzo lo tang ha ku rezi
So for the laxity or mental dullness, there's a kind of grossal and subtle level, just like the nature of it's kind of just like the laxity itself is just like sometimes it can be a virtue, sometimes non-virtue, and also the neutral one. So just like for the grossal level of laxity, it can be so the subtle level of laxity, it can be it also have a kind of virtues, that is laxity, and for the grossal it have non-virtues and neutral one. So just like the grossal laxity, I mean the subtle ones, is like the when you appear the object of meditation clearly, and and but the mind you are seeing the object is not too active, so you have clear of your object, but the mind that is not too much active. So this kind of laxity in subtle level of laxity.
What's that? Ta mitigala nedena salcha mena jingwara paris.
So the subtle level, just like the I will give a little bit missed one. So subtle level of laxity is like the mind focusing, he see the object properly, concentration object properly, and he have clearance of object, but the mind is not active. That is called a subtle level of laxity. And the grossal is like you can the object is the concentration object you can see probably, but it don't have clarity. So it is kind of grossal level of laxity.
The salcha maunde dang salcha ngar meonde semba ma jumzung inta sem hajang tamu duta insa sem de logo warti du tos le temps de la tegi kondu juju na jin tende samotana semba ya turdu war what the pendo yongor.
So this kind, when you have clearance, you have clear object, but your mind is not too active, and this kind of just come because of you are too taut or tight to the object. So on that time you have to think about the qualities as we talked before and so on. Through that one you can erect from the thought and so on. So it's 4 o'clock, now we can have tea or something.